Hey everybody, it's Miss T from the Children's Library of the Plainfield Public Library. Thank you for stopping in for another special STEM project. Today's project, we're making a paper balance. So, the first thing you need is a heavy piece of cardboard. So, a piece something like this. Okay, so it's pretty tall. Maybe like a shoe box, or maybe something from a big box that you want to cut, but you want to make sure that it's solid. Okay, so it doesn't bend. So I'm trying to bend it, something that doesn't bend easily, right? And also you need a cardboard tube, just like this guy right here. So of course you see these, toilet paper rolls or paper towels, anything like that. Also, we'll need some tape, so we can tape it down, tape the tube and the plank together, and tape the tube to the table. And then we need things to measure. So if we have like little stuffed animals like these cuties right here, that's fine. We have little bean bags. They have paper clips in a bag. We have little buttons that you can also use if you have those. Or if not, if you have like plastic toys, little handheld toys, just like something like these. Doesn't have to be exactly like these. We have little animals in these bags. So you can do that as well. Okay? You can also use coins, like pennies. And if you have a little container, you can put those in there so that they won't move all over the place, okay? As you're trying to balance. Now, first thing you want to do, you want to put the tape on either side of the tube, just like we've done here. And I'm going to put it here and tape it to the table. Okay? Then, on the bottom of the plank, we have a piece of tape here. And we just want to fit it so that it stays on the plank, but also it gives you a nice teeter-totter, right? So you can put your things on to balance. Now, before we actually do that, I'm going to read a short story called Balancing Act by Stoll, Walsh. And also I want to shout out the Leap Into Science program, who provided all of these, who provided the book and our measuring pals right here. So I will begin, and then after this we can do some balancing of our own. Okay, the mice made a teeter-totter. It was fun to balance. One mouse on each end. Ta-da! But then a salamander wanted a turn. Luckily, a friend stepped in to help. Perfect. Balance again. Uh-oh, a frog. Whoa! But then another frog. Balance once more. Uh-oh, a bird wants to balance. Whoops! That's not going to work. Or maybe it will. Ta-da! But not for long. Too many balancers. time for everyone to find something else to do. Except the mice. Ta-da! And that was Balancing Act by Stoll Walsh. Now, in this story, what did you notice? Think about it. What happens when we have maybe one or two pals that balance each other out, right? It's always fine. But what happens when more friends come along? Maybe they want to balance on one side. What happens then? Oh, wow. And what happens when we have another friend who comes along and says, hey, I'll come on this side? Uh-oh. So, you can try out any combination. If you just want to see what happens when heavy objects come on. Now, we have our three friends here. Let's see what happens when bean bags. Uh-oh. Or maybe not. Let's try another bean bag. Ooh, and another. And another. Uh-oh. Well, let's see what happens if we equal or put them somewhere else. What happens? What do you see that's happening with your plank? Starting to balance out a little bit, right? Uh-oh. But what happens when we take one off? All the way different, right? And we can take these off. Thank you, friends. And we'll put our friends back in. Let's see what happens. Now, like I said, you can try anything if you have like something like this. Like we have a bag of buttons. We're going to use this. Put the buttons right in there. And we'll bring our friends back. And see what happens. Our friends and the buttons. What's happening with our scale now? What's happening to our balance? Oh, there it is, right? So what happens when we put, oh, wow. So all of a sudden, you see what happens with balance all of a sudden when everything and something heavier comes on? So just like the story, our balance shifts and changes, right? So if we add on different objects, if they come on too fast, our balance changes, right? And all of a sudden our friends might fall off. So maybe we can change our friends here. Or maybe you want our friends to fall off, right? You can do that too. You can try this and see what happens now. As you can see, our friends are all over the place. I'm just putting it on a beanbag here just to see. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. And our friends say, hey, if you can do that, we can do it too. Look what happens. So all of a sudden you can change your balance just by adding different objects of different weights on either side of your board. So we're going to give our friends a break. Thank you so much, friends. And I'll just put this back here. But I hope that you are encouraged to try your own balancing act. All you need is a piece of cardboard heavy duty, a cardboard tube and some tape, and bring some friends with you or different objects so that you can see how does balance change Um, if you do something at a certain pace, will it upset everything? How can I make them fall off? How can I make things stay on? How can I make them equal? You can explore that and more as you do your own balancing. I want to thank you for stopping by. Once again, I encourage you to, if you try this project or any other project at all, feel free to send us a picture to our email address. It's yp@plfdpl.info. Send us a picture of your project and we'll post it on the library's webpage. So I want to thank you so much for stopping by, and until we balance again, I'll see you real soon. Take care. There's so much science out there. Go and explore.